Es la que hay, mi gente. Otro episodio más en un Casco Una Historia. Estamos aquí hoy, chilling. Está nevando afuera y está frío con cojones. It is cold outside. Pito, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I feel good. How about you?
I'm good. No excuses. We made it with the snow.
Oh, man.
Today is a special podcast. They're always special. I always say the same thing. Today is another special podcast. We got a rider. We got somebody that makes merch. He be popping, bro. We got Freaky Blocks in the house today. We got Swissy in the house too. So how you guys doing? How was the ride here with the snow?
It was alright.
You guys came from CT too, right?
Yeah, we came from CT.
Right. Yeah, we in New York. We in New York with Ivan Manito in the house too.
Shout out to Ivan, man. My God.
Right. But how you guys? So the ride was good. No excuses. Yo, you see that?
No excuses. Let's
excuses,
capitalize. So
Yo.
it was good on the way here. I mean, when we started off, it got a little snowy, but it was the least of the least.
I like
a lot
this.
of accidents.
This is dope because you know how many times like people would just like, yeah, we going, don't show up.
But I did text him ahead of time. I said when I was coming, make sure they not the snow.
Nah, we here.
No excuses. Though.
I love this
it,
shit.
You know?
I love doing this and learning stories of people and everything. So I like doing this. This is my time off from the house, from the kids. Like, you know, when you get on the bike, when you get on the bike and you got no stress, when I sit here, this is the same thing. So, tell me a little about you, Freaky. Well, you want me to call you? That sounds weird as hell.
I know, yeah. We all gotta get used
I was
to
gonna
it.
say that. I'm surprised.
Freaky vlogs. I like to add the vlogs at the. I don't.
X.
So
freaky
just
vlog,
I'm gonna call him
take
X.
us through it. Like, where did it start? And
I mean, I always loved bikes, so it's always been something that was always gonna end up happening. Like, I guess from the jump, what really triggered it for me was when my cousin passed away. He was somebody that started the bike shit off for me, at least. And he passed away.
You looked up to your cousin.
Yeah, so he passed away on a bike, and that's what made me want to pursue that because he always had good energy. He was almost like blessed, you know. They were for the people.
Rest
like
in peace,
people,
bless.
You know, yeah, rest in peace. He was for the people, so it was more so I just wanted to continue, you know, his motion basically, you know, like what he had going on. So it's more so to keep his name alive type of thing, you know.
that's dope, man. That's dope because everybody goes through like different situations and things. You know what I'm saying?
Gives them a reason to ride.
This is kind of like a bad situation, and you're making it a good situation. And you come out, you do merch. I'm sure he'll be proud of you and stuff like that. So, you riding a lot now, or?
I took a little break, but I always I ride bikes. I'm not gonna say I'm nice, but I'm not a worm. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
so
you
you in between.
I'm not fine line of, you know, but I really like doing the pictures and the camera more than like. I'm not gonna say I like it more than riding. It's something about it that's, you know, addicting. You know, you chopping up videos. You know, seeing different people how they ride, they wheelies, they styles. So
right.
That's honestly, it gives me an edge on different riders. You know, like seeing it from my angle, my perspective when I'm running it back, and you see something that you don't see while you in the pack, but you catch it on camera and you're like, damn.
Yeah, on that. Like, I just started. I just got into the whole blogging and stuff like that. Yeah. So I know exactly what you're talking about because when you do a video, right? You're capturing that moment at that time. You don't notice everything until you go in there and start editing the video. So when you started doing the filming bike life, you know, the wheelie and all that, that's when you notice, like, how do I put it? Like, you seen it differently than seeing it outside because you're editing it.
It's a different view and angle,
Yeah, like, it's wild, bro. Like, I just got into this. Like, I just bought my camera and all this stuff. So, and then people don't know how expensive this is, too.
Yeah.
That's a whole podcast in itself, right?
So, yeah, like, it's funny you say that. Like, and I haven't done no videos on bike lift. Like, this will be my first year. So, I'm definitely taking my camera out when we go out in the pack. So, I can't wait to see those little short to edit those videos. I feel like I'm going to see how that rider rides even more than like him. Like, he's one of my, like, the way he rides, Pito rides.
It's just fun. I don't know how to. Today they reposted something and not to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
When he rides, it's fun. That's. You know, when you think about bike life, you think of fun.
Right.
His video.
Like, the way he rides is the same way he's here. Like, just chill. Like, and I love that shit. So to me, it's like, damn, when I record him, or, you know, I start editing a video of him, I'm gonna really see everything he does on that bike.
Sometimes you gotta slow down in life, right? And I think a camera, I don't know that angle. You're speaking on an angle now that I might even do. but you see an angle. You slow. For one of the times you slow life down is through a camera.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna
movement, right.
You know, I always make jokes in this podcast too. I'm gonna make everybody laugh. My boy said that he didn't want to be here because he wasn't ready to talk. El tipo me está preguntando preguntas a mí.
But that's dope, man, because in bike life, I always said, like, there's different ways you could be a big impact in bike life.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not all about just William, right? It's not all about just who got the flyest shit on the bike. And it's not all about that. You know what I'm saying? When I came from an era where we used to just ride. You know what I'm saying? I used to ride with some of the best people. And they were 1,000 times better than me, bro. And I never felt like, oh, it's competition. Or it's, oh, I need to be better than him. Or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? We had camera guys. And the camera guys did what they did. And that's what they like to do. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to just be that Willier or the nicest nigga Willie to make an impact in bike life. So you coming up with this and now you sponsoring other guys and other riders, you give people that motivation, you give them that push. You know what I mean? And that's super dope, bro.
Yeah, that was basically like the whole mindset behind that was, you know, like people that I was already like friends with that I dealt with off the bikes, because at the end of the day, that's what I look at, how you are off the bikes.
Right.
Because that translates to the bikes. You can't, you know the politics that go behind that when people, you know, do dirt or whatever the case may be.
Right.
It comes back to bike. So I surround myself by like-minded people that want to grow, you know, people that want to change their life off the bikes too, you know. You could be nice on a bike. That's a plus. But
Right.
Like, what do you do off the bikes, you know? Yeah. You got to be a stand-up person to me, at least.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's dope. That's really dope.
And that's definitely true, bro, because a lot of people, you just know them from bikes and stuff like that. But I always say, like, even on the podcast, like, I met some of my closest friends through bikes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when I say through bikes, it wasn't like we just call, ride, and then you go home, we go home. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, bro, all right, go take a shower, hurry up. I'm about to go pick you up. And we kept the shit going. You know what I'm saying? We had OT dudes coming in for a ride out. We would take them out 2 nights before, have a good time. And it was just good vibes. You know what I mean? It was never any animosity. It was never, oh, he's better, or no, the guy got 1,000, this one got 10,000, that one got 100,000.
Nah, the views and the followers came now, bro. Like, I feel like even when I started riding with you guys, like 2018, 19?
Probably like yesterday.
Yeah, you right. But like, I feel like now it's like, oh, I got 10Ks, or like, fuck it, yo voy a tirar fuego, se joda. Like, you got people now that got a name on Instagram and they want to charge you to bring them to your city. Like, that's not bike life. Like,
that's not the culture right there. We ride for the love of the bikes. We're not charging to ride in different cities. So,
you know, like you said, you know, at the end of the day, I think most people get lost with the love of the art, whatever that is. When we talk about bike life, you get lost, and it's very easy with the cameras rolling and views, like you said. But you know, you just gotta learn how to navigate through it and keep the positive, and just surround yourself around the
good people.
Yeah, you know, like you guys been doing with your podcast.
Yeah, like me and him, we met through bikes, and now like we have, like he's coming to my son's birthday party. Like, you know, he knows my kids, I know his kids. Feel me? And we met each other because of bike life. We have. Go ahead, Ivan.
No, I think what you guys are saying is 100% true. But la diferencia entre esos muchachos y ustedes is you guys got a vision. You guys know what you want.
That's big
that
too.
You want to grow. You guys know who you want to grow with. You know, those people that come into followers y se viven la película, they don't have a vision of nothing. They just be like, oh, I'm popping. Oh, si ellos no me invitaron, then they're lost. Nah, you're lost. These people are building a community. But, you know, when you guys did the thing that you gave away food to the homeless, like, them followers ain't doing that. You guys. You know, so I think la gente that doesn't have a vision and they're just riding to ride y buscar esos followers. That's where they get lost at. And at the end of the day, yo, it's the loneliest shit in the world to have 100,000 followers and not one friend in real life.
That's a fact.
You know, I think that's the difference between them and what you guys are doing. Ustedes tienen una visión and y'all know where you're going.
So to touch on that, and I think this is the reason, you know, when we met. And I'm here today is because he has a vision, right? You know, an idea starts as an idea and it dies there usually. Think about it. Everybody, when you chilling with your peoples on the porch, on the block, yo, let's do this. It starts and it dies there. When I met him throughout time, we kept in communication. He has kept that vision that he has. So, you know, I'm here just to support that and just keep that going. The same thing with you guys. I watch our podcast. I see the little things is what matters. I don't know, for me. Right. And I support that. You know what I mean? And you know, it's a beautiful thing.
Thank you, man. We appreciate that, man.
And I appreciate you guys. I really do. Especially for Connecticut Bikelife. Let me say that. Right? This is a Connecticut thing. I know friendly hating is a very easy thing for you to express, other than than to say, let me give it a like, let me support this. But you guys are supporting Connecticut Bikelife. Even though I live in Orlando now, born and raised in Connecticut, a little older, you know, I'm a worm as well too, but not a worm, right? But I support and I appreciate what you guys are doing.
Thank you, man. We appreciate that.
Reference that, you guys don't see it, but you know, you make a good point behind camera earlier. Hay mucha gente that they rode their whole life and they never knew how to reach out.
Right.
Or the community that you guys are building, they didn't know how to get those people connected, because antes era phone or I heard they're gonna write out.
Yeah. It was word of mouth with them write-outs.
Exactly. Ahora no, you know.
Good time.
He explained behind camera, was like, you know, now I'm not as active on the bike, but behind the bike, I'm giving everybody gems.
Yes. Right.
And they're taking that with them. So that's also very important. Como él estaba diciendo, you know, on the bike, you could be the coolest dude ever, but if you got off that bike and you an asshole, bro.
Yeah, I don't want you around me.
Nobody help you.
Right.
This guy's going in right now.
Él se ha caído un par de veces en una bicicleta,
Can I touch on something? The community, you know, he said a beautiful word, the community. That's what I feel he's building to for Hartford. Let me capitalize on that. Right? When you think of Freaky, when I thought it's Hartford, right? When I think of you guys, it's Bridgeport, right? If I'm not wrong, I think of Bridgeport. You know what? So let's not take away from that. You know, when we see these podcasts, when you see, we all ride together, right? I've seen y'all in the pack. We might have not interact, but let's not take away from that. Let's, you know, if it's bike life, it's bike life. Let's
right.
You know?
And then that's the kind of like the era I came from, where we used to just ride, and we used to ride in Hartford, we used to ride in New Haven, and everything was just love.
Another podcast
you know what I'm saying? It was just all love, bro. And we would call certain dudes from New Haven, and they would call certain dudes from Hartford, and we would all link up, and it would just be it'd be like an amazing ride out. Everybody have fun, and, you know what I mean? I feel like now it's switched up a little bit. I ain't been around that long, so I don't want to. You know what I'm saying?
So with that being said, is it because are we getting older and we came from that, or which one is it? Because it's a tough situation. We getting older, we understand life better, right?
Yeah.
And then the majority of the movement is younger guys that haven't developed the matureness. You know, which one is it? Where do we give the space?
I feel like a lot got to do with like experience. You go through. You know, like I've been riding for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I was riding for a long time. I went through it. I lost a lot of people. Yeah. So I went through a lot of stuff that kind of didn't throw me off, but it was, all right, we was doing this and it was fun, right? Now I'm still trying to do it and it's just not as fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm still trying to find where's the fun at. You know what I mean? I don't want to take nothing from bike life, because bike life is going to always continue. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If I stop riding, bike life doesn't stop. Yeah. Bike life always gonna continue. So I'm not taking away from nobody what they're doing now. I'm giving you my perspective, and it's just a little different for me. But I still try to get out and you know?
I appreciate you. Yes, you know, you understand things change over time. And at the end of the day, deep down inside, you just still got a love for it. That's really why you ain't step away from it, right?
Yeah, you know what it is? It's like I ain't ride for a long time, right? And somebody pull up with a bike, right? My heart starts beating.
Como un chamaquito otra vez.
I'm like, I want to get on. And until I get on, my heart won't stop beating like that. And I'm like...
I got a question for Freaky, right?
Freaky,
yeah.
Freaky. You do the vlogs and stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's the best thing, because you do get to see behind the cameras, and even after cuando tú estás editando. So you get to see the same take a couple times, you find a lot of gems there. How hard is it for you, or it's gonna be for you, because no sé si te ha pasado, when you record those bad moments, that you don't know they're bad moments in the moment? You know? Because those decisions you have to make, damn. You had an amazing time, pero pasó este accidente o pasó esta inconveniencia, lo último. I got it on camera. Do I post this up? Because you're going to get that question. Yo, he doing it for the views, bye.
Yep. I think he I know he can answer this, and I want to hear it in person. Because
That's a good question, because like I made it a habit not to post that type of stuff, just because it happens all the time. You know what I mean? Like there's people that are nice, 100,000 followers. They're not posting when they fall. They only post when they acting up in the street. Word. So it's like with me, I don't want to be an asshole. It's just I don't care for that negative side of the bikes. You know, I care about the good times. You know, and to post like accidents and stuff, I think I probably did once or twice years ago. But other than that, I've never like really cared to do that. There's a bunch of pages, and I ain't gonna say names, but they go off of that. That's how they get their views. That's how they get their followers. Right. And listen, that if it works for you, you know, fuck it, whatever.
If you can sleep at night with that, go ahead. Keep going.
Personally, me though, like knowing that I don't have friends die from that, and you know, like from accidents and stuff and falling, I kind of take it more serious, because it's like, if that was your kid and he got hurt, you know, it would bother you. So it's like, that's how I look at things. That's somebody's son. That's somebody's daughter at the end of the day. So when somebody falls, you shouldn't really glorify it. I'm not gonna say it's not bad to record it. It's just how you post it out. Yeah. Because I know there's like, I could give you an example. Mr. Business will post something, but he's teaching you a lesson behind it. He's not posting it for views, you know.
And Mr. Business is a good dude, man. I don't know if you ever linked up with him, but I know him personally.
I've had words with him.
Link up with him. He's a good dude, and he could show you a lot. But it goes to recording, right? So when you're recording, and then you see someone. I come from an era, right? If somebody fall, everybody was on them.
Yeah. They stop.
Now somebody fall and somebody's like recording.
Yeah. So gotta help you with that.
It's hard because I catch myself doing it.
It's hard. I come from it's hard for me. And you see me like I'm riding. I see somebody break down. I don't know this dude.
Well,
and I'm like, yo, I can't leave him. Yeah. Like I can't leave him.
We've all been in that situation. But I'm pretty sure that some shit happened. You know, you look for somebody to help you. Like, you lose a bike, God forbid, and you on foot now.
Right.
You got somebody you want to jump on the back of their bike, and they looking at you like, I don't know you.
Yeah,
I've been, you know, I don't did that before. I had to pick somebody up, you know. So.
Yeah.
But we talk about the packs now, where you know main events are bigger than from your time, right? And when I say your time, I'm around the same time. Let's not get it twisted. I am 38.
Yeah, I mean we had big rides. We had big rides, like, but it's a little different. It's a little different.
Yeah, you know,
we probably had. Well, you guys ain't that old.
You're in the club. I don't know if you want to put your age out there. You in the club though. You in the club.
But yeah, I don't got none left. No more,
I think I just took my last two, so I don't know if I might be done.
But I feel like it might be the same thing. It's just now. It's this.
The camera,
look where I'm at.
Anything happens, they put a phone out.
I feel like I just there's more riders out there that's riding for the views. Oh yeah, that's it. That's all the difference.
They'll go ride. They'll pull their bike out, make a 2-3 minute video. Go back home.
Now that's another thing. See, I come from an era where you really had to be outside, right? So if you wasn't outside riding and you weren't going through streets and around places and shit like that, nobody knew who you was, right? Like so nowadays, a dude come, he go up and down his street, he learned this trick on his street, he busting it, boom, the video look good. That's it.
I remember when
you don't ride in your city? He like, nah, I don't ride there. It's too much police.
I remember days going outside, bro, and not going home until like 3 in the morning, bro. Like just riding around the city. Like I haven't done that shit.
Touch on that. Let me just say this. Unfortunately, I got into the game later in life, right? I've always been BMX bike, loved it, but I got into the game later in my 30s, let's say. So, kind of feel like you're kind of talking to me, but it's just the life.
When did you start riding? What age was it?
I was probably I started really riding outside in the packs probably 22, 23.
Okay.
That's you was riding with the Hartford pack over there, Lou?
That's when
Shout out to my Hartford people, man.
Yeah, they always for the most part, people like going to Hartford to ride, just off of
I mean, Hartford was always a good vibe.
Yeah.
I always met up. I always met up with Soto, right? Yeah. So that was my only, not my only, because Ling and Willie Boy and Macho and all of them, I was dealing with all of them, but I would always pull up at Soto's, you know what I'm saying? And we always had a ball, bro. Always had a ball.
Yeah, he had me out. Soto had me out riding in the snow. It's snowing outside. He calling me like, bro, we riding today.
I just did that the other day. The first snowstorm we had, I was outside and I was like, damn, I felt like a kid all over again, bro. It was mad fun. Yeah,
So tell us a little bit about some of the guys you sponsoring and introduce them a little bit.
So I got Swizzy here. Then I got Vito. He couldn't make it. And then I got Jet and Rojas. They're brothers from Mass, from Springfield. So,
and if you in it, not to cut you off, if you in the Connecticut packs, you interacted.
Yeah, like
right.
At some point in time, you guys don't ran into them because they ride in every good ride out at least, But I picked them. I've been riding around them for years now, like, so it was comfortable for me to make that decision to be like, I want to invest in you guys, like, not more so like money wise, but like graphic kits, merch, just showing that that I'm willing to pull my end of the bargain as long as you guys are willing to do what it is that we're trying to build. So,
and that's super dope, bro, because a lot of dudes ride with let's say you ride with these 5 people every day, right? And you'll start a brand, but you'll go support other people. Yeah. And you won't support those 5 people. So that's super dope that you took the people that you surround yourself around and you conversate with and you feel comfortable with, and you say, yo, listen, this is what we're going to do. And if you guys feel comfortable, that's super dope, bro. Like, I'm sure all the guys, they super excited to work with you.
Let me tell you from what we are, right? And I want you to touch on that with the graphic kits. Let's just go there. How you're doing? You already got mines. You got Vito's.
I seen a few posts. I seen a few posts of that. That was
if you Connecticut, we all follow each other at the end of the day. Let's not, But I feel like you should touch on the graphic.
Tell us about that.
Right, that you will see us eventually, all of us together at some point out here.
That's super dope.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was just a random idea that I came across. I was like, what? It would make sense if I were to sponsor riders. At least they get a kit. Like, make it so it's worth wanting to be sponsored by somebody. And it's not like I don't want them to feel like I'm above them or anything. Like, we're all family at the end of the day. So when I do that, it's just off of the love. Like, my bike's I'm gonna have my own kit too for my own bike. So it was more so like, it's almost like promotion. When people see them bikes and they start recording them, they're taking pictures. Yeah. I got my logos on them. I got my brand on it. And at the end of the day, they supporting my brand. And
it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, it's a win-win for everybody, because kits at the end of the day, they cost nowadays. So
right.
And before we move on, shout out to Wrapped Out. She's the one that's doing.
Yeah, Wrapped Out. We're gonna
out there in Philly.
Yeah, we're gonna talk in Philly, right?
Out in Philly.
Yeah. She does a few graphic kits for one of my guys down in Bridgeport.
I remember when I came into the game, she was the first one I seen putting out graphics with me.
Yeah. That's super dope, man. Shout out to her, too.
Yeah, I gotta hit her up. I was actually thinking about, because I seen her page the other day.
You know what's crazy? She started following us today. Yeah. The day we recorded this, the day you started following us.
So look, this is what, interacting does. You might not know this angle or that angle.
Right.
Yeah.
And then boom.
She does firework, though.
Yeah, she's about her business when it comes to the graphics. Like, she's.
That's dope, man. So everybody's getting a graphic.
So how many is it? How many graphics is it?
It's 4 in total.
4.
Yeah. You, Vito.
And stay tuned. It's coming soon. Miles is in Florida. We got to get it. But
we're going to work on that. We're going to get his back over here.
Collab. You're going to see the bikes. And I think, how many, the bikes going what? How many bikes and what bikes have graphics?
I basically pick. I mean, they all got different bikes that they ride. But
right.
The bikes that I know they nice on, that's what I made the kits for. So Jet is nasty on a 150.
Yep.
I remember when he was starting. Give a shout out? I remember. What's the Instagram? Give a shout out for Jet. What did you?
I think it's Jet 413 or something.
Yeah, something like that, right?
And then you got Rojas. I think the same thing. Rojas 413 and Rojas he nice on a 450. So I said, I'm gonna do the 4. I wanted to do I want to do every bike, 2-stroke, 4-stroke, big bike, little bike. So we got a 450. We got the 250, which is Vito's bike. Then we got the 150. And then we got his 125.
Oh, classic.
Oh, nice. So you got one of each.
We got a 150, 125, 250, 450. We got Freaky Edition.
That's
coming soon.
They're all reflective. So I'm gonna do eventually. I'm gonna do a photo shoot, night shots.
Yeah.
But they're all reflective kits. So I took my time with this. I really thought this through. It's this year is like you said, bikes aren't fun right now. So it's I want to bring that energy back. Doing it for the culture, not doing it for views. Yeah. I don't care about that stuff. I'm not here to make money. Like when I do this clothing, I put more money into this than I get back, and that's fine with me, because I don't do
and
it.
in the long run, I promise you,
It'll you know, so
yeah. Just always continue to always like pursue whatever you know what I mean. If you want to make this hoodie, you make that hoodie.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter who say, "Oh, yo, you shouldn't make that hoodie." You shouldn't. If you want to make that hoodie, I tell you, you should pursue and keep doing what you do. Don't stop. Like, you're gonna go through trials that's gonna bring you down. You're gonna have days, and you're gonna say, "Yo, you know what, man? Screw this." You know what I mean? Walk out the room a little bit. Go take a walk. Come back. You know what I mean?
Nah, I've been doing it since 2016. It's been like that, up and down, up and down. Like, you'll get people that, and it's not even that they hate, but they got, you know, the slick comments are like, "Oh, I wouldn't wear that," but you'll go and rock somebody's stuff that you don't even.
Right.
Just, you know, they're making the dollar off of you, but somebody that, you know, that's doing this for a real reason.
FHE kills.
Yeah, you know, friendly hate kills. So it's like, I'm fine where I'm at with the clothing, because it's like, I'm not doing it to please just.
When did you
like
decide to do that, the merch?
You know what I mean? That was when I started seeing other people, like other riders, like Mr. Business had his run of clothing. Then Sig always had his drip. Yeah. So it was more so I wanted to do my own thing. And then nobody ever wanted to teach me how to, you know, figure out how to make clothes. So I had to figure out on my own, you know, how to do all that stuff. So little by little, my quality is getting better. You know, my design. So
the team
it's definitely, you know,
you guys are growing.
He got me. He got everything. I'm here to support him. He got me. Like I said earlier, it's like a fresher breath air when I linked with him.
Okay.
Not only just for bike life, but just period. Because, you know, bike life is bike life, but again, like, you know, he says beyond bike life. And
on and off the bike.
So. On and off the bike.
Which is huge.
Which is, yes.
That's huge, yeah.
I think it's important because, you know, you mentioned how important it is to be off the bike, right?
Yeah.
So if you guys are giving us sponsors, so what's happening is, I don't know how it works. Like for me, you know, como que dice, I'm not part of the bike life, I'm just here. So
no, you're the bike life.
You bike life. That's what people think it's one. It's like a wheelie, or you gotta be a hitter.
Yo, don't tell him that, cause then he gonna be saying that
all
he a
of
bike
this
life.
is bike life.
Yeah.
From the camera, everything. Yeah. You've been bike life if you was doing the camera thing.
I
Yeah.
don't know if, like, for example, if it's like this or like before, like, if I'm riding my bike just out solo and I see a group, am I able to just jump into that group? Like, yo,
Yes.
I would hope so, and I would take him in. Yeah.
Because it's you're probably seeing it from like motorcycle aspect or those group or those big clubs where they come out, they have to have like a jacket or they can't ride with certain people.
You can't pass them in certain lanes. You know,
and like what we're doing here or what they do over there in Hartford as well, it's just a community.
I know what you mean. The Sons of Anarchy gotta ride with the
that's what everybody would think of. Yeah, that's what everybody would
exactly.
think
They look at it like, I'm not gonna get in yours, don't get in mine. That's it. Yeah.
But I know when it's like, you know, when you got the different type of bikes, and you got a 4-wheeler, you got a dirt bike, you got a, you know.
Yeah.
Politics. It's politics in every
that's all it
industry,
is,
in every culture, right?
Let me say something about that.
Like, you see what he's doing, right, with the sponsorship. If I'm coming from the outside into a big group, and I see that, oh, that shirt is fire. Like, oh no, yeah, this guy sponsored me. Like, oh shit, how you pull that off? So you know, eso se riega. So now it's even a bigger reason why to ride.
And he says this all the time. This is his whole vision.
How do I become, you know, one of you guys? And I think it's more important the person that you are off the bike than on the bike, because
he stresses
you're not
that
riding all year long in New York, you know.
Yeah.
So when that time is off, you guys got a dope ass bond.
That's what he stresses. It's beautiful what you're saying.
Important because también, you know, tú no quieres sponsor un chamaco that is dope on the bike and then behind shit.
Wow.
Because it makes you look bad.
That's
right.
So this is.
Look bad.
Hence, this is why he took me in. Me, 38, me being a worm. Somebody say, why would you sponsor somebody? But it's because he sees me beyond the bikes. Whatever he sees, right? You know? And that's what he's saying. That's the beauty of it. Yes.
It should always be beyond the bike. Like, the bike is just one thing.
It starts there. You said beauty. They start
like
there.
Said,
and then off the bike, you see.
Well, let me say something about that whole meeting up. That whole meeting up and you come in. As long as you got good vibes, bro.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, right?
Because this is what happens. Sometimes there's always one bad apple.
Yeah. That ruins it.
No matter
that ruins
what.
everything.
Yeah.
And you know it happened in our city. There's just one fucking bad apple just ruin everything for us. Type of thing.
All across
everywhere. So that to me is like I always like that, but then at that point I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not riding with just anybody no more, and that's horrible, bro, because that's not bike life. So to me, there was a point of me riding that I would just call him, I'll call Ethan, and we just had a little small pack, feel me? And it was never like that, but it's like, bro, I want to get home to my kids. So I love riding. I love the whole being in the pack. 80, 100 deep. It's amazing,
it's
but it's like
it's a rush.
Yeah. It's like,
there's
but
a but.
you know, like leave
The
that shit home, bro, or
you know,
handle your shit somewhere else.
Back to what you saying, 80 deep. We don't leave no man behind.
We don't leave no man.
We don't know.
And I can tell you, this man does not leave. Well, I don't either, cause I got hit off a bike before. Feel me?
I seen the video.
I got hit. No.
With the bike
You
under
brought
the
it
car,
up.
right?
I didn't know it was you till you brought it up in the podcast, and then that was
Yeah,
it.
I got hit off the bike, and the thing is, if it would have been me a couple years back, it would have been worse, cause I would have went off on the driver.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, in my head, I'm pissed, bro. Like, I'm ready to hit this dude through the window. Like I'm gonna hit this dude. But then I'm like, if I hit this dude, what he's gonna do? He's gonna hit that pedal, bro.
Yeah.
He's running me over
Everybody
or somebody else over, and somebody's gonna get killed because I couldn't handle my anger. So I let it be. I was like, you know what? Que Dios va a bregar contigo, mi hermano. But even before that, I had a situation when I got hit off when I had my CBR, I got hit off of it. And shout out to Big Day. I don't know if he remembers it. I got hit off, and he's the one that helped me up. But everybody else left me there on the ground and shit, and he picked me up. So it's that, bro. Like, I understand I like that culture of, oh, just come on type of thing. But it's like, fuck, am I taking my chance here? And that's horrible. Once again, that's horrible. Like, I hate having that feeling because I came up in the bike life just being all of us together. If we had a park, we parked all of us together talking, I do better than, like the friendly battles, the egg battles. Like I seen this now. It's like there's nothing around like that no more. And maybe there is.
No, it is.
There is, but I don't want to be in that
you
situation. And you guys were talking about it earlier about it's because our age? Nah, bro. You got kids? You got kids?
Yeah, I got teenagers.
You got kids, right? You have kids? Not
He's
yet?
good. This is the leader right
No,
here.
he's
living.
He's living, yo. He's living.
Don't do it.
He's the leader right here. He's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
But once you have kids, everything changes, bro. Once I had my son, my bike life was different. Now I gotta go home to my kid.
Now
I gotta make sure I make it home.
I quiero una pista. Lo dije, la calle la voy a coger, pero quiero una pista. Yo quiero estar tranquilo, no quiero joder con la policía.
Yeah. Like now and I feel like a lot of us is probably that. We're getting older. We got kids. Bro, I got 4 kids I gotta get food to.
But that's what I said earlier. As we getting older, or as the majority of the cultures, there's not many 30 plus. Not to put ages out there. I'm 38, but anyways, whatever. The majority of the culture is young, reckless,
right,
immature, respectfully, right?
So what I think is like people don't just lose the love for bike life, right?
Don't.
So when you
I
used
don't
to
think
be
if
like,
you
when
love
you be
it,
like,
you never lose
you
it.
be like, yo, I used to see this dude out all the time. Now I don't see him out like that. He never lost the love for bike life, right? He just grew in whatever ways he did.
His reality, because
right?
there's reality. But
he has whatever he got going on now. At the same time, you matured enough and said, "Oh, these kids is jumping on cop cars. I ain't trying to ride with them."
Nah,
respectfully.
Yeah, like
I don't got nothing against y'all riding none, but you jumping on cop cars and stuff, I don't want to ride with you.
And I can understand that whole vibe and feeling, right?
It's like the people I had good times with, they never stop riding. They just ride occasionally now.
They become the little groups that,
right.
you seclude yourself.
Oh shit, they coming out, all the, like they say, all the older dudes coming out.
Yeah.
I ended up coming out there, you know what I mean? But they
No.
never
Why
lose the love for bike life. You know what I'm saying?
No, you never lose the love for anything you love. You just mature within the art, let's call it. I don't know.
Right.
You
And
realize
sport.
things.
It's a sport. Yo.
And
Bike
again,
life
not
is
to
a
blame
sport, bro.
young
Yeah, it should be a
YNs.
sport.
That's a vibe. But when I was young, even at times, you get caught up in the feeling, right? You like, I want to smack the cop car. Man, fuck the police or whatever the case
It ain't
is.
worth it.
But,
It's stupid.
you
It's just
know.
making it hot for yourself.
yes, sir,
I
yeah.
have a question, right? I shoot short film.
Hey, tú eres bike life.
So that bike life, papi, you got the good. You did.
Yo.
Ming.
Goes to freaky because you do people about,
Yo, that's hilarious, bro.
everything involves, right? I know you're having a great time doing your blogs, etc. But we haven't seen a real, a real cultural bike life movie. Like where it's like, el problema no es que someone just crashing, shooting. No. Like the real situations that you guys goes on and like building the community and giving props to those.
Yeah. They have a movie.
Oh yeah. I think Meek
I
Mills
just-
did a movie. He
just-
did Charm City. He
All
did
right,
Charm
I don't think
City.
nothing's new. Everything we doing or we speaking on, there's previous people that have touched on it and tried to build on it.
Yeah.
It's just real quick. The game doesn't reciprocate. I said this earlier. The positivity you put into it. So
Right.
go ahead. When you put positive into this game, because bike life is structured around hip hop, right? And that's the culture, right? The streets of hip hop. It don't reciprocate the positivity that you put in.
Right.
Yo,
Doesn't get
Freaky,
back.
let me ask you this, because este podcast se llama un Casco Una Historia.
Ooh.
So, let me ask you. Nah, they already know how I get
okay.
about the helmet.
Yeah. Eso es lo que yo lo conozco.
The first thing he walked in, he's like, yo, that's the helmet guy right there. Yo, wear your helmets, yo.
But
like,
I want to hear this answer because I
But-
don't recall too much of.
Let me ask you, I'm going to have 2 questions that we always ask in this podcast, whatever. Tell me a story that your helmet, if you ever fell or like something that you had a helmet on and it protected you or anything.
How do you
If
feel
you
about
fell,
helmets?
if you ever, have you fallen?
Yeah.
Do you wear a helmet,
Bunch of
Freaky?
times.
Hold on, Freaky.
Yeah,
do
of
you
course.
wear a helmet?
That's the question.
Hold on, that because
Do you wear a
I'm
helmet?
new with Freaky. That's my man's. It's a new. Do
I
you
was
wear a
going
helmet?
there. I was going after this.
Do you feel? I feel weird without my helmet. How do you?
Freaky always wear a helmet.
He don't got no kids.
Nah, but I've always worn a helmet. Like he said, I don't feel comfortable like riding without a helmet. I fell plenty of times. I don't scrape my arms up, everything. I don't broke an ankle, so.
Are you bike
I
life
have
without some scars?
Yeah, like you can't. You gotta have some scars somewhere. You gotta have fallen at some point. Even when you get nice, you end up hurting yourself. Whether the bike fails, you do something, So I've always worn my helmet. One time I did fall. Was on my 150. I had brake fade. And, that's because I was riding it was cold. You know when it's winter time.
Yeah, so you
your
riding
foot,
it.
Your foot always on the brake because you can't feel the brake.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and this was crazy because Ling had just popped out, and this was recently, like probably like a year or 2 ago. Ling don't never ride.
Yeah, he don't ride no
more. As soon as he
more.
pulled the camera out and went live, I picked the bike up straight on my eye.
I don't like
My
cameras.
boy did it for the camera.
The camera, man.
But yeah, no, my helmet definitely saved me then because I went straight back, hit my head. But I usually don't hit my head when I fall. Like I know how to fall. Like there's a
The
certain-
tuck and roll, you gotta tuck
Yeah.
and roll.
Yeah,
But
you gotta know how to fall, bro.
That's
if
a
you
whole
don't know how to
different
fall,
art.
that's what makes it.
dangerous. Like
I
when you
see
hold on,
that people laugh.
you hold
There's
on
an
to the
art
bike.
to falling. You
Right,
fall
right.
enough
You
times,
gotta
you learn
tuck and
how
roll.
to.
You gotta tuck
Yeah,
and roll.
you learn
Yeah.
how to fall.
Every time I fall, I end up in the hospital, so I'm good. I'm done falling.
Other than my ankle, I've never really. I just had a bunch of road rash. Other than that, I've never really.
Yeah,
broken
that shit is
anything,
worse. The worst is road rash.
So, yeah, I take that all day than a broken bone.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right. Yeah,
All
definitely.
day, but
So my thing is always the same thing. Like to me, these kids out here wilding out, doing all this stuff on a bike with no helmet. Not even kids. I seen OGs. I seen everything do it. Like to me, it's like, bro, go home to your family. Like, I mean, I'm not saying the helmet is gonna protect you fully from
But
shine.
it's a layer.
But
It's
bro,
a layer, right? Like
it's-
when you wear a hoodie.
It's gonna protect you. You know what I'm saying?
it definitely gives
You
you.
don't. You just don't want to be the guy that without the helmet. Viste.
Yeah.
Viste.
Como tu
I
Mike,
think that's
te
what
lo
sucks
dije,
more.
te lo
Viste.
dije.
You gotta hear it
So-
everywhere you
so
go
to
home.
me-
And I like most people. I think that do agree with helmets and when you feel secure, the heavier. Hoodie on or whatever the case.
And I
is,
tell
what mean?
people like the full match. If you got like, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people like I can't. I wear German.
Yeah,
I really don't. I mean,
It's really not.
it don't. If I really fall, it might protect my crane, but it might not protect my face.
Yeah.
So even we had Pichong. He was like, "Yo, well, full face. Like full face."
Ideally.
The only downside to the full face is that you get blind spots.
No,
It's
yeah,
the
you
peripheral.
definitely
You gotta
gotta
look.
look.
You gotta
Plus,
look
let's be
straight.
real. You don't look as
No,
cool.
yeah, and
Like
I
wearing
understand.
a football helmet.
But to me, is that. But then you got people that are gonna use that excuse and not wear the German one. So I'm like, yo, just protect your head. Like,
Some of us are just ugly, pop.
no facts.
Yeah,
But nah, for real, for all jokes aside, like I always say this, like we have kids watching us now,
I think
and like I always before maybe we didn't, because we didn't. Your days coming up, all you had was like the kids and the block watching you. Yeah. Now we have kids looking at videos. I got my son looking at videos, and to me it's like, if I have the power I have kids watching me, I want them to be safe. I want them. The safety is number one thing. Every time you go out your house or anything, you gotta be safe. Like, you want to come home every day, and it's sometimes you're an amazing rider, right? You don't fall, but you got somebody driving maybe is not as good as you, or even in the pack. How many times have we seen people falling because of other people?
We all know that day comes.
Yeah. So it's like, just be safe. My biggest thing is that. Let me ask you this. Like I said, we have kids that's watching us. Do you have a message for any kids that follow you as Freaky Blogs?
I mean, for the most part, like even when I see kids at the park, and they get hyped up when they see a bike.
Yeah, they love that
stuff shit. Like that. So I let them rev the bike up. I'll talk to them like, if you ever had a dream or something that you wanted to do, don't let people deter you from pursuing that, because you're always gonna get those people, regardless of what. There's gonna be people that talk shit, and then there's gonna be people that, even if you're doing good, are gonna talk shit. So you might as well do whatever you want to do at the end of the day. There's always gonna be somebody with a negative opinion on what you're doing.
Yeah, you could be doing good in life, right? Somebody's gonna talk about you, right?
Somebody's gonna find something.
You could do bad in life, and somebody's gonna talk about you, bro. So just always do what you feel. Yep. You know what I mean? Always, like, I used to do an event with kids on Wednesdays.
I remember that.
Right?
I've seen that.
So I used to have a whole bunch of kids, and people would call it hood kids.
Yeah.
Kids that see bikes. And every hood kid loves a dirt bike, loves a four-wheeler.
That's my point. Right? They see us out there. They see us. There's something going on right now. It was a joke on Instagram where something that one of the riders in Puerto Rico said, that kids see you as a hero. I understood what he said. He didn't mean that you're fucking Superman. Like, you know what I'm saying? What he, like, I say that before. I said it before. Kids see, like, people that have a lot of followers in their Instagram, and I hate going back to that, but it's true.
It could be LeBron, right?
Kids, and, like, they're heroes to those kids.
In other words, yes.
Yes, like, when I was growing up, I didn't have Superman or Batman. I had Ivan Rodriguez, a catcher. That was my hero. That was like my nigga right there. That's my boy. And him making faces, yo.
At that age, you might not look at it like that's my hero, but in other words,
bro, every time anything, I wanted to be just like him when I was growing up. So that was my role model, my hero, whatever. So maybe, you got kids growing up in PR that's looking at these guys that are on bikes, that they look up to those guys. I want to be just like him. You know what I'm saying? So
they start young. Pedal bikes. They go from that. They get dirt
and pedal bikes is crazy. These kids, I just seen a kid in Bridgeport the other day. I'm like,
pedal bikes are different.
How the fuck are you doing this in a pedal bike? My boy was moving on that seat, bro, jumping. I'm like, holy shit.
They treat those bikes like dirt bikes.
Yeah,
and those bad boys are expensive too.
It's really probably is the dirt bikes they're treating like pedal bikes. Really, in reality, right? If you think about it,
bike, it's over. Like,
those would be the kids that transfer over to a dirt bike, and those are the hitters that we know today, the new age, right? Because I remember you saying there was certain tricks and certain movements in your time that they wasn't doing. Yeah. Those are those pedal bikes today. Yeah. The pedal bike kids are those kids.
Like a lot of kids in my city, right? They used to follow us on pedal bikes. Pedal bikes was big in my city. I'm sure it was big everywhere. But, like, in my city, it was real big, right? They had these kids. They were doing nasty shit, right?
It's more affordable.
This one kid, his name is Eli, right? He does this one video. He's going down the hill, and he lets go of his arm. I swear it felt like he was on that for, like, 5 minutes, right? He went viral, everything. This was on a pedal bike. He got on a dirt bike, bro, and did the same exact thing, bro.
It's got to be, I would assume it's easier transition.
Yo, and I'm like, it's just like crazy, bro.
Yo que ni puedo ni alzar la motora bien.
Mira, look, even X Games. I remember growing up. I don't remember your X Games. It was a backflip. Today, they're doing triple backflips, bro.
You see Tony Hawk's videos, and you was like, oh, amazing.
Yeah, and today
he don't do shit now,
bro.
it's crazy.
It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's beautiful at the end of the day.
Tony's just Tony now.
Yeah, he just anyway.
I think with the X game, my favorite was Travis
Travis is a
but
goat.
nah, but he's still crazy.
Yeah.
He's
Travis
still wild.
is wilding, bro.
Travis broke every bone in his body.
But
I would
the-
love to have him here.
But the
bro.
tricks
I
have
ain't-
advanced from Willian to X Games have advanced.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You know.
Freaky, you got anything you want to like promote and your merch, where we can find it at? I'm definitely gonna go on there tonight and see if I can find
For the most part, everything I do is through DMs for now. You know, I'm gonna have a website. PR in June.
Oh,
I'm gonna have
PR. Los
Yes,
aliados.
yes,
Yeah, I
talk
Give them a
about
shout
it.
out real
I
quick.
think
Shout out to
Evento.
them, man. They shout.
We
they
out,
sing.
we out there. You know,
Yeah,
and
big-
special drop? No, I don't know. Am I
limited
Si
drop.
yo sigo
limited
con-
special drop for PR?
Yeah.
Hey, yo quiero una de esas. Si haces una de Puerto Rico, yo la quiero.
I got you.
So
Yeah.
definitely let them know where they can find you at Instagram.
My Instagram is Freaky Vlogs.
Freaky.
That's the only, that's my only Instagram. One
Okay.
word.
All right, before we finish, how did you get Freaky Vlogs?
It came from my cousin, the one that
Okay.
passed away.
Okay,
and then
yeah.
they ended up. It went from, because my name is X. But
Yeah.
people were so used to seeing that name on IG, they started calling me Freaky.
If you don't
And I used
feel-
to tell them, I said, yo, my name is X. And then it got to the point where nobody cared. They would just call
They
me
just
Freaky.
you just became freaky.
So, even without me wanting to, have that name, it ended up being that way.
Well, that's the same.
If you don't feel comfortable saying freaky, just like me, freaky vlogs. I'm still getting used to
Freaky
saying it.
vlogs.
And this is my man's, yo, freak. I say freaky vlogs, just to make it, a little more.
I know when people,
No pause moment.
That's another thing too. Like when people see the word freaky, like it's not in the context that most people look at it. You know what I mean? Like
Not
Right.
the sexual side,
Yeah,
right?
like
Let's
when-
be real.
Right,
when
right.
Yeah, like when you Google it, it's basically you being
Oh, yeah.
different.
It's-
You know,
it's deep. That's
it's
so- yeah,
eccentric. It's something. It's not.
Yeah, I get that.
So
That's
it's
not-
a lot
when you
more
Google-
than
yes.
just
Yeah, exactly.
they gave you
Just
this
being
name, but
different.
it's the more of the meaning of the name.
just being different.
Like when I put it a lot on my clothes, like stay freaky. It's basically like I'm saying be different.
Right.
Be yourself. Don't
Right,
worry.
right.
You don't have to fit.
You want to stay freaky.
That's
Stay
super.
freaky.
That's super
Freaky
dope,
the
yo.
team. You know the slogans. You know the team.
That's super dope.
You got any other question you want to ask me before we go?
I got a question.
What up?
How did Freaky Vlogs?
Oh, he been
we
waiting
gonna
for
wait.
Yo,
How did he come up for
all right,
this
do me a favor.
podcast?
If you're going to say it like this, pull this way
Yeah. So what do
and look at
Hold
your
on.
camera.
So I've been trying to look at the camera. I don't know if yet. So I want to know why did my man's Freaky Vlogs come up into the topic of let's bring him on the podcast?
Well, I'll be real honest with you. I didn't know of him.
Yeah.
I seen Freaky Vlogs before. It's not
You've
like I
seen
never.
it, yeah.
I
If you
seen
Connecticut,
I
you've
have
seen
never
it,
followed.
yes.
Never followed you in my personal, none of that. We started following you in the Casco Una Historia. But my man's was Pito was the one like, yo,
Pito.
let's bring him. I'm like, all right, if Pito said let's bring him and he got good vibes, I'm down. I love meeting new people, bro. Like this is my
Nah,
thing.
yeah, that's what
This
you
why I
guys
do
I
this
see
too.
that on my podcast and I
So
respect
it's like, yeah. So it was for me. It was that. Now Pito, I don't know.
it. Pito, why Freaky Vlogs? How they?
Um,
What's that? What put Freaky in Pito's brain?
Well, first I was seeing freaky vlogs everywhere.
Yo, this is
like
crazy.
a
That
lot
whole
of your,
freaky. Where you seen freaky at?
like a lot of your followers, I've rolled with them before.
Yeah.
I know them, personally, stuff like that. But not only that, just seeing the vision that you had. I had a vision one time. You know what I'm saying? So I seen that you had this vision, and then we spoke. Right, so it's like being on and off the bikes, right? So we was on the bikes, now we're off the bike, right? And when we spoke, I seen what you had and what you said. Like, yo, listen, man, I just started sponsoring 4 riders. That's bigger than just sponsoring 4 riders. You get what I'm saying? You're putting your name out with these people, and you're basically giving in to these people because you trust these people.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
You know
giving
what I
your
mean?
baby onto somebody
So
like,
that-
to handle that.
That's
You can
see,
call
that's
me
the
his
picture
baby,
that I see.
But he's my nephew. But
Yeah, but you see, like I always look at things as the bigger picture, right? You don't have to be the nicest to be bike life, right?
Exactly.
Like me and you could be bike life friends, and I could be better than you. That doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
We
You
have a
talking to egg
vision.
war right now? What you talking about? You going to get the
oh,
eggs?
we gonna battle?
You going to get the eggs right now?
You gotta
Yeah,
put.
yeah,
don't
I'm a
battle.
worm too. You
Yeah.
gotta put me in the battle. And we go.
We get the egg. Oh, no, hell no. Los huevos tan caros. The eggs is expensive.
Yeah.
No,
Fuck that whole egg shit.
But now keep you. I knew you.
So
were
it
gonna
was
say something of
just
this
bigger,
nature.
like like I said, it
the
was bigger.
vision.
I see
The
things in a
vision.
different way.
He's-
You know what I mean?
like you said, you had a vision at one point,
It-
and now you see it in him. It's
right.
what I see.
So it's like we do this podcast, right? But it's not about getting the biggest person on Instagram on here, right? It's not about getting. I don't care about the biggest. The nigga that got 1 million views, that nigga off the thing, he's not that.
Usually,
right?
yeah, right?
He's not what he is on his Instagram. That's just how shit is, right? Yeah. But just keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. Do what you do. Keep Hartford going. You know, Hartford went through it down. Same thing how my city went down.
Yep.
Keep pushing, man. There's a lot of great dudes in Hartford. I know they link up with a lot of even dudes around. And,
well, I'm from Meriden. I'm not Hartford. See, I don't want people because they might say, I'm from Meriden.
Yeah. Cambiando the hood.
I know a lot of people from the surroundings that a lot of people think they're from Hartford, but they from like New Britain and different places. But it's dope though that.
But I'm Bike Life.
Right.
Connecticut Bike Life always when I post before anything. Bike Life before anything.
Right. And so, like I said, bro, just keep pushing. Don't stop. Keep pushing these guys. You know what I'm saying? Keep the ideas coming. Graphic kits. Just keep everything going.
That's the end result. Like I told them, I said, listen, this is not something like I want you guys to grow. And if y'all, branch off and do whatever on your own, that's the whole point. Grow as a person, grow outside of this culture. So this year's definitely gonna be a good year for Bike Life. At least for Hartford, I can say that. At least for Hartford,
right.
The stuff I got going on and the people that I'm gonna be linking up with and collabing with is gonna be
super dope, man. Stay tuned, man.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah, if you don't follow, make sure you follow them. Again, thank y'all for coming, man. Taking your time out,
I said, I
being here with us.
Calling me out here.
One more question.
Yeah. Before you head out, it's dope because we go through a whole meeting, bro.
Yo voy a decir algo, espérate, que tú digas eso. No. Yo voy a tener que ponerte una cámara ya mismo, bro.
No, se tiene que poner uno la IVA. Esta es la primera vez que habla el tipo así, porque ese sí que conducta la cosita buena.
He a pro at this,
ese es
bro.
como que el politician. Él habla bien.
Hey, my boy just came from Washington, dog. My boy was in the White House.
Lo que pasa es que, como yo estoy sentado aquí puyando todos los botones, I'm listening, so yo puedo articular una pregunta.
Yeah.
No, you guys are going back.
Yeah, we trying to. Yeah.
But touching on, why Freaky Blogs, bro. These guys have a list of people that they say, you know what? We can all benefit and grow this community.
I love that.
Let's reach out.
I see that.
Y cada vez que viene un guest, they refer other people.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we invite 3 to 7 people, and todo el mundo viene to the day off.
Yeah.
No puedo. Se me pinchó una goma. This and that. We even offer, we'll pay.
Wow.
You're the next town down. I'll
Wow.
Because we want to get everybody's story, right?
That's
fucking
dope.
Mira neta freak, mira neta viene.
No, we made this happen. I came not to cut to. I'm a truck driver to support my mans. I was on the road. I told my company I made this shit happen. I made it here, and and that's amazing that you say. You guys say you got a list. You're willing to pay. But that goes to show you not to toot your own horn, but I'm here to support him. I'm here to support y'all, and I'm here to support Bike Life. And at the end of the day, I just, you know what I mean? That's amazing. Take notes. Let's come together.
Right? The people that do show up, these are the people that are going to grow. And then those that didn't come, van a querer pegarse. Just like the pack,
Right.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. We talk about it all the time. Yeah, we talk about it all the time. I'm assuming you guys do it too.
That's what we're trying to prevent.
Yeah. Again, with the positivity you put into any culture, we talking about like when it's positivity poured into a culture like Bike Life, you're not gonna get it back. But it's a beautiful thing when we stick to it. You guys, I remember I don't know if the first, but I seen a couple and I comment, and you guys are still here, and I made my.
And this
here.
shit is hard, bro.
Because of Freaky, I'm here. We talking, and at the end of the day, seguimos.
Everyone that rides is a mechanic, or there's a mechanic.
Yeah.
No, I don't work on. I can't work on my bike. I don't work on my bike.
Every time.
You know what it is with that?
You gotta sponsor a mechanic. Like, yo, wait, bring it.
Sponsor a mechanic.
Diablo, bro. Se quiere ir ya, me dijiste eso. Ahora tiene que buscar mecánico.
Oye.
You know how far that is, and you ride it with the confidence que si me pasa algo.
You got the mechanic with you?
But you know what? Funny. Every time something happens, somebody breaks down. There's always somebody in the past. Hey, I know how to fix that. Oh, Toma, I got this.
That's what the team is building, right? If you look at it, it's in the making. Somebody can pick up the slack somewhere.
Yeah, like there's still people like now, they're not here right now.
Again, we got 3 other ones. Vito, Ace Vito.
Yeah.
Jet, I'm not sure. We got Jet from Massachusetts and Rojas. They wasn't able to make it. You know what I mean?
Está lejísimo.
You know, for whatever reasons, but we're gonna make things happen. You know, like you said, this is your year, right?
Yeah, this is just a start. Like this is
a start.
It's February. You know, we still got another 10 months of the year to go. So
that's it. Keep pushing, bro. Like I said, just keep pushing. Keep pushing, you guys. I mean, I roll with them. They tremendous riders. Vito,
Boricua,
Jet, all of them.
Vito, I thought Vito was Boricua. He's straight black, right?
Vito's moreno.
Vito looks like he looks, parece mexicano, Boricua, moreno.
Yeah. That nigga got me.
Shout out to the team, man, because they couldn't make it. And shout out to these guys. Shout out to the DJ producer. ¿Cómo se dice?
Ivan Manito in the house. Yo, funny comedian. Whole bunch of shows coming up.
Buena gente, mira cómo habla. Tú sabes, cuando tú escuchas a alguien hablar, tú sabes.
Super dope.
Yeah, he's a comedian. He's a comedian.
Oh, that's why. I think I might follow the page or something. I think you both read it.
I was there.
The power of not hating. When you see somebody, you go click on it. When it says when they post it, you click on it. You say, if I like it, you like it. You follow it. If you don't like it, you don't like it.
You don't like it. That's
it. Simple.
That was super.
Con razón habla bueno esta comediante.
He OG.
Ese se come.
He OG on this, bro. He does this for life. This is his job right here. But anyways, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. We appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys having me on here for real.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Whenever you're ready to come back.
Whenever you get you guys together,
you want to promote
on a hot summer day where you feel, I know you work a lot.
Yeah.
Whenever you want to promote anything, hit us up in Casco Una Historia or hit me up personally. Hit him up.
When you get all those new pictures from all the graphic kids and everybody, make sure send it.
I got you.
We definitely support you guys.
I do gotta say one thing is, if y'all been following this, where the is Freaky at?
Yo, I gotta say another thing. My boy was so nervous of talking, like, no, yo no puedo hablar, cause
I'm going off for y'all.
What I told you out there.
They did.
I told you sit down, and once you start talking, this is like this regular. Natural, you forget about.
He told me the same thing. But look,
anyways,
I'm going off the vibes. I appreciate y'all.
Gracias for staying here. Remember, follow, comment, subscribe, dale a la campanita, follow Freaky Blogs. What's your Instagram?
Bikelife_Swizzy. Just follow Freaky.
2 or 3
Pito.
Un Casco Una Historia, Feliz Grillo. And thank you. Another podcast.
Gracias, mi gente. Bendiciones.